everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Sims 4 Vampiric Federation story. My name is Ronald the Simmer, and this is episode 2. It was Emperor Abel's wedding day, but he couldn't help but feel down. He got what he wanted: unification among vampires, an empire, and a future empress. And though his soon to be wife was undoubtedly beautiful, he couldn't get Saris out of his mind. He was ashamed of it, for he was a reserved man, and to mix love with one of his advisors was shameful, not to mention it was his wedding day. The Emperor had called Saris to his chambers. Against his own morals, he would kiss Saris. He would then ask Saris to be his lover, the favorite of the Emperor. Saris was nothing but a mere lord, and though he was fond of the Emperor, he would accept not out of love, but out of transactional reasons. The Emperor would marry his wife at the Foix Cathedral, the home of the dark priest Hades. Inside the chapel were all of the princes and all of their dukes. Rohan would walk down the aisle with her father, awaiting to meet up with her betrothed. She looked divine in her black dress, smiling and happy to start her life as empress. The two would exchange vows and rings, and by the end of the ceremony, Hades would stick the empress's imperial crown upon her head. Rohan was now empress of the vampires. Okay guys, so here we are. We're at the wedding ceremony. Well, we've already done the ceremony, guys, and now we're kind of at the reception or the party after the fact of the wedding. And we have a couple of our nobles here, really all of them except for like the ladies. So I do want to show you guys some of our princes here. So this is of course Prince Agonis Drehar. He is the Prince of Verona. And of course we have Prince Vladislaus. He is the Prince of Hasaro. This is Duke Reese. This is Lady, well, now Empress Rohan's father. So this is her father right here. Of course you all know who Lord Saris is. So apart from that, we have right here. Oh, and if you guys were wondering, Duke Reese is a part of the Kingdom of Verona. This right here is Duke Abelgor Darkmoon, I'm pretty sure, and he is under the Kingdom of Astel. So he's right under the Emperor. And of course we over here have the Dark Priest here, Lord Hades, guy. So he's the one who basically orchestrated the ceremony and the wedding. This is Duke Quolis Greenblood. I'm pretty sure he is under the Kingdom of Nevia, which is under King, not King, he's no longer a king, but Prince Kalmar's kingdom, guys. So this is Prince Kalmar. He's pretty handsome in my opinion. And here we have Duke Stefan, who's under Emperor Abel. So he's in the Kingdom of Astel. And this is his wife, the princess. She's a princess, guys. She is Princess. Let me see her name. Princess Irene Lightwing. So this is the Lightwing family here. She married Duke Stefan in the Kingdom of Estelle, but she of course is the sister to Prince. She is the sister to Prince Agonis Drehar, but she married Stefan Lightwing, so she's now Duchess Irene Lightwing. She can have two titles at once. She's a princess and a duchess. But yes, this is how she looks. She's very gorgeous in my opinion. Then we have right here Duke Anthony Barone. He is under, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he's under the Kingdom of Nevia. So he's under King Prince Kalmar. And this is Duke Eric Moss. So this is his wife as well, Duchess Lou Moss. And they are under the Kingdom of Verona. So under Prince Drehar or Prince Agonis. And then we have right here Duke Joel Ravengard. And Mr. Joel here, I'm pretty sure his sister could have very much, well, no, it was his sister who, or was it his daughter? Let's check. Yeah, it was his daughter. And Rissa could have very much became the empress if she would have had like 2 more points. But Duke Joel, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he's under the Kingdom of Hasaro. So yeah, I think that's how it goes. So we have Um, if I'm not mistaken, he is. You know what? We're gonna figure it out over time. So actually, guys, I am gonna go ahead and add 50,000 simoleons to this household. And the reason why I'm gonna do this, guys, is because um I was thinking about this, right? And I've decided to go back on my word about just like sticking to the royal families. I've decided that I'm going to go to actually every family now. And it might be easier because the vampires, their ages are frozen. So they won't age up like witches or humans would do. So it'll probably be good if that does happen. But the whole point of me saying this, guys, is because I've decided that I am gonna go to every household because I've eventually when we get there. So I think we're gonna start off with, of course, the kingdom of Estelle, which is the emperor's kingdom. So I think that's what we're definitely gonna start off at. And then we're gonna go ahead and head over. We're gonna go to his nobles afterwards. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna go to his nobles afterwards. And after we go to his nobles, then we're gonna go ahead and head over to the next kingdom, which will be the kingdom of Hasaro and under Prince Vlad, or you can call his kingdom a principality if you want as well. I think I'm leaning more to principality. Let me add the 400, I mean the 50,000 some millions to his household. The reason why I'm doing this, guys, is because I do want to. So there we go. I want to come up with a bit of a dowry system. Now, uh, he just got 50,000 some millions by marrying Empress Rohan. And I'm gonna say, well, whenever you marry an emperor, you basically have to give the emperor $50,000, which is his dowry money. That you need this type of money to basically marry into the emperor's house. And whenever you marry into a prince's house, it's basically half that. Like I'm gonna say 30,000 simoleons, and then if you marry into a noble house, it's like 10,000 simoleons. So I think that'll be like really cool for us to do. But yes, when we do have these marriages, I am gonna go ahead and start calculating their money and stuff like that. And I also, guys, let me go ahead and turn on autonomy. I also want to start. Oh, she's a little stinky. Let's see if you can take you a little bath really quickly. Is there a bath inside of this church? I don't think there is. I might just cheat her hygiene need right now. Um, I do want every kingdom to kind of have like a specific way in which they make money. I don't want to cheat the money need basically of the families. I want them to kind of make their own money, and kind of, you know, oh, I was about to say, what are they doing? I want them to kind of make their own money and decide if they can go broke. You know, they could be a broke family or they could be a rich family. And I kind of want each family to kind of have their own way of making money. So I'm thinking like for at least the Kingdom of Verona, because I've been thinking about this like over the time I've been off the game. I'm thinking about like getting them to specific, like to do crops. I know eventually you can make a lot of money off of basically being a gardener. And I say that because the Kingdom of Verona is like very good in vegetation. It's in Hinford on Bagley. I hope I said that correctly. But that is their kingdom, so I think that it's the best way for them to make money is by essentially, she can like physical intimacy, is by essentially planting stuff and making money off of that. Now, I don't know about the other kingdoms because I don't really know other ways in which we can make money. But if you guys have any ideas on how I can do that, because I'm going to do my own research, of course. I'm thinking about for at least this kingdom, I might find a money tree for them, and that's how they make their money. But I feel like that'll be too OP. I don't really know. OP. I don't really know what I'm going to do with each kingdom. I know I have it in my head for Verona because I know you can easily make money with crops if you're consistent with it, of course. But I honestly don't know for our other kingdoms. What were these two doing upstairs? Interesting. Hmm. Were you two were you two doing inappropriate things at the party? But yes, I honestly don't know, guys. And I hope you guys could give me some like ideas on how I can essentially make money in other kingdoms. But I kind of want everybody to kind of have their own money system, and I'm kind of leaning towards doing that in my Covenant Legacy Challenge as well, not cheating their money, and kind of getting the royal court to kind of make their own money. But I haven't really decided yet. Oh, look at Rohan and the Emperor talking. So I guess he is getting to know his wife. Yes, they can be jokesters. He wants to get to know her, I guess. And is this him stink? Let me go ahead and cheat his need. I was wondering how people are like swiping their noses and stuff, but um, where you going, Duke Stefan? He's going to watch the stars with Duchess Irene. Oh, look at this married couple trying to sneak off, guys. It looks like Duchess Irene or Princess Irene and Duke Stefan have a pretty good marriage. But I can't wait to go over there and just kind of get their stories in. But yeah, I don't really know, guys, and I need your help. I need your help. I know for certain that the Kingdom of Verona will have crops, and I think that's the best way I can deal with that. And I was thinking about doing like a breeding system with horses in the Kingdom of Estelle, but I don't know about that either. So if you guys have any ideas, I would love that greatly. But yes, we are having the wedding of the emperor and his new empress. Actually, let me come over here to her name here. I'm hoping that the emperor does not flirt with Saris while he's here. But you know, things happen all the time. So I'm not going to, if it happens, it happens. And actually I kinda want the blood banquet to come. Um oh only what? Unfair. I kind of wanted the blood banquet to come so that he can start drinking for somebody, because we need to get his blood bar up. Maybe we might do that when we go on his vacation, guys. But yes, this is the ball that we're having for the emperor. These things are going to definitely get edited over time, but you know, this is not going to be how the high church will look in the dark church, I should say. This is not the Covenant Legacy Challenge. This is not how the dark church is going to look in the future. I'm going to probably and most definitely change some things up, and it's gonna look a lot better, especially because I'm gonna have the downstairs area to be a ballroom area, so this must look up to par. But oh my god, Saris, don't do anything dumb. Oh, you're thirsty. I'm just gonna cheat everyone's needs right now. Is there a mailbox somewhere? Because I could do this through a mailbox actually. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna fill the household needs. So everyone will feel a lot better, because I do not have the energy. And I was going to go ahead and use the user blood bank, but of course our sims are being difficult, so I can't even call over the group, sadly. So I'm forcing myself to cheat their needs right now. But yes, everyone, as you guys saw in the beginning of the episode, there was a lot of things going on, like the emperor confessing his feelings for his new lover, guys, Lord Saris. Um, what is what is his last name? Let me turn on the headline effects. Oh, Lightwing. I remembered it. See, look, I'm not getting dementia. Oh, good God. Okay. Um, I'll turn it on. But yes. Uh-oh, what's going on? Why did everyone get a negative reaction to, I don't know what happened. Um But yeah, in the beginning of the episode, I'm always tempted to say mini movie, but those are no longer a thing. Well, I can make it one day, I think, but you know, for right now, I'm definitely doing voiceovers. But in the beginning of the episode, guys, you saw a few things happening, like the Emperor confessing his love for Lord Saris. He could not get. It was the day of his wedding. It happened today. He could not get Saris out of his mind, and it looks like they're holding it together, though, guys. They're not making it obvious as of yet. I'm glad, but they're not being public about their affair as of yet. I say yet because you know you never know with the Sims. But yeah, he confessed his love for Saris earlier in the day, when the sun was still out, and he couldn't get him out of his mind even though it was his wedding day. And um the reasoning, he felt really guilty about it because he's a very I feel like he's a very reserved man, and he tries to stick to the rules or whatever, and he wants to be an honorable husband to his wife. He wants to be an honorable husband to his wife. And the fact that he has feelings for another, I think he feels deeply guilty about it because he's not going to be the perfect husband that Rohan needs. Isn't she beautiful, guys? This beautiful empress. I'm kind of happy that she did become the empress, but yes, he's not going to be the perfect husband to her, and it is official now because he has feelings for another, Lord Ceres. He's deeply enamored with him. Now, we're gonna get into their relationship dynamic just a little bit, guys, because I feel as if the Emperor does very much like Ceres, and I don't think that Ceres does not like the Emperor, but I feel like he more so sees the Emperor as a means to basically gain more power. If he like, I don't think that he's not attracted to the Emperor. Obviously, he is in some type of capacity because he was the one who was pursuing the Emperor at first. Um, but I feel as if like he's seeing that the Emperor is getting somewhat attached to him, and he knows that he's basically getting control over the Emperor. This would gain him power and rise the Lightwing dynasty up in the ranks, which could be very good for Duke Stefan here. Not Duke Stefan, but Duke Saris, but also Duke Stefan. If Saris intends to kind of help out his brother. Um, but I do find it interesting because Cyrus is more so looking at as this as like a rise in his ranks, while as the Emperor here, he sees this as more of a tender, affectionate thing, some like a secret, which it is kind of a secret romance, but on Cyrus's part is more of I'm rising in the ranks by getting closer to the Emperor. And I think he knows it's kind of wrong, so he's not going to outright say that. But that is definitely the case, in my opinion, with Cyrus. Like, he knows that the Emperor has feelings for him now, and he's going to use that to his advantage. Now, it is unknown to me if his relationship with the Emperor will become more whole. I'm gonna say um, wholesome. I would say, yeah. It's unknown to me right now. It's more of a give and pull type of thing, forbidden fruit type of situation. But it's unknown to me if their relationship will become more soft in the future, and Saris will grow to have more affection for the Emperor in a way that he's not trying to use the Emperor. Now, I wholeheartedly believe that Empress Rohan here, she is very much enamored with the Emperor, and she is excited to be the Empress. I do feel like that, and I think that she's excited to maybe even fall in love with the Emperor, see where life takes them. So that is something I do find curious about our Empress, and I wonder if she's going to feel somewhat hurt if she ever finds out about the fact that her Emperor was, if her husband was in love with somebody else before her. And maybe she has this like fairy tale dream in her head that she's a lady. She doesn't come from a very powerful family. She comes from a ducal family, and she doesn't have the most money in the world. Um, but I mean, she was able to marry the Emperor. Uh, I honestly just feel as if maybe if she ever finds out about this secret love affair, she might just feel very hopeless in this marriage. But we'll just have to see what happens in the future. I'm excited to see how Empress Rohan's life turns out. Um, she's going to hopefully give the Emperor many sons to hopefully take over his crown. But if she doesn't, maybe the Emperor might look for another wife because it's not. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think, because I haven't fully figured out the vampiric culture. But what do you guys think? Do you think that the emperor should have more than one wife? Do you think that maybe he should have a monogamous relationship and keep it to one wife? But if his wife is unsuccessful in giving him an heir, do you think he should divorce her? Or I don't really know how the politics will work in this country and in this federation. But I'm excited to explore it with you guys and kind of create their culture and see how things happen. But If she doesn't provide the emperor with a son, I think that they're going to definitely be blaming the empress for it. But look at the emperor right here. He's talking to his father-in-law. Oh, that is so nice. He's probably thanking him for giving him such a lovely wife. That is so nice. So, I do want to say this, guys. I, in fact, have something planned for the empress and the emperor. They are going to go ahead and move inside. Where they're going to go on vacation, a honeymoon, essentially. Um, while advisor Vlad, Prince Vlad, basically kind of stays at the castle with Saris, but the two of them are going to rule in the emperor's stead, as a conjoined thing. And the emperor is going to go on a 2-day vacation with his wife as they go ahead and try to have their first child. So they're going to go on a honeymoon, guys, and I'm going to cut there right now. So, guys, we are currently on Emperor Abel and Empress Rohan's honeymoon. They are currently at like a vacation house, but I kind of imagine this as being like a secondary house, another house that Emperor Abel has that he's taken his wife to. But this is in the kingdom of Verona, or the Principality of Verona. So they traveled from Estelle over here to Verona on their honeymoon, and they're kind of in the countryside right here on their look at Princess Anya. But they're kind of here on their honeymoon, and one of the things that Emperor Abel has decided to do for his wife is give her a gift. He has brought her a stallion, guys. He's brought her a beautiful mare, a horse, to one day ride. Now the horse I don't think is here with us on this honeymoon, but he just wanted to go ahead and show his wife her basically her present, her wedding gift, from him to her. So when we do get to the castle, we'll probably play with little. Actually, what is her name? I'm pretty sure her name is Sarah. Yeah. So this is her name. Her name is Sarah. So she is Empress Rohan's horse. I actually want her to kind of, I don't know. Let's see, horse care. Maybe go on a. Yeah, you're on horseback, but like, is there something here? Dismount Sarah, horse care, friendly, encourage to, tell joke, mean. I wanted her to kind of go on a bit of a walk with her. I guess we can try to get her to trout somewhere. Okay, let's see. Let's get her to come over here. So let's go ahead and trout here. So Empress Rohan is gonna go ahead and do a little bit. Oh, and she was knocked off her heart. Oh my God, poor Rohan. I think that the emperor here, Anya. Okay, I think Anya. She's probably a little slighted at the fact that she probably didn't get to become empress. She is a princess after all. She probably is just a little bit upset with the emperor. She's over here trying to come break up the happy couple. But I think the emperor here, he's gonna go ahead and just kind of talk about his relationship fears with her, I guess, but also go ahead and hug her and tell her that it's going to be okay. I guess we can go ahead and send Sarah home. Oh, I can't do that. I guess she's stuck here then, huh? Oh, oh, he's talking to Rohan. But yes, so what I am gonna go ahead and do is get them prepared to go ahead and try for their first child, guys. I might uh ask for crew operation during mounting. So okay, go ahead and hug your wife before she does get on there and tell her that it's gonna be okay. Relax while she's on the horse. We gotta get the emperor a horse too, guys. That'll be fun. But I kind of do want there to kind of be like a breeding thing going on with the horses, and maybe Emperor Abel is able to sell them. I think that'll be really cool. And then we can go ahead and get her to mount him, because I do want her to, before they do try for a baby, I do want her to go ahead and mount Sarah here and try to ride a little bit. But she's getting flirty with the Emperor, guys, and he's being receptive towards it, which is interesting. It's gonna be okay, Rohan. The Emperor, he's gonna go inside and listen to some music while he waits on his wife. Anya just tried to come over here and talk to the Emperor, which is interesting. Okay, so there we go. Let's go for a relaxed ride. I kind of want to see this, guys. If we could talk a little bit while she is riding. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Sarah, why are you being so difficult, my love? Well, guys, I was not able to get Sarah to be ridden. So, I don't know what is going on with the game, and I'm trying to get her to leave, but she's not able to leave. So, you know what I'm about to do? I'm gonna move her out temporarily. Maybe with the I'll move her with the light wings. So let's see. Serena. So just move over there really quickly. But maybe whenever we go back to the castle is when um the horses may be a little bit more susceptible. But since it isn't working, we're going to focus on the emperor and the empress trying to have their first child, which I'm pretty sure would would be hoped by the dark priest and of course the other nobles of the federation. So I wonder if I could just get them to try for a baby without having them to increase their romantic bar. I don't think I can. So it looks like we're gonna have to we're gonna have to do what we have to do. I was able to do that in the past. I must have had something in MC Command Center to allow me to do that. But I'm gonna pause right quick, guys. I'm gonna get the romance bar up really quickly, and I'll be back whenever I'm able to get them to try for a baby. Okay, so I finally got them to a point where they're gonna try for a baby. So let's go ahead and get them in that coffin now, shall we? Are you guys gonna go there or? Oh my god! I literally just. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Now I haven't decided what I'm gonna do if she does not get pregnant, but I think instead of immediately getting on try for baby again, I'm gonna do something similar to my Covenant Legacy challenge, and I might just end up making it to where we will have to wait 2 days in order for her to get pregnant. It's gonna be a little bit more extreme, because with what I'm gonna do is, guys, with each family cycle, I'm gonna have it like 3 days. So I'm gonna consider Tuesday their first day, Wednesday is their second day, and then Thursday would be their third day. Now, if she gets pregnant, we're gonna have to stay here a little bit longer, but that is what I'm thinking so far. So if she doesn't get pregnant today, we'll basically have to wait until we come back to the royal family in order for her to get pregnant. Because she's gonna be pregnant today. Well, if she doesn't get pregnant today, she has until tomorrow to get pregnant. But I'm gonna have it in a 2 day span. So she has to wait at least 2 days. So if so today's Wednesday, so around like 10:30 on maybe Friday, um we would have to try to see if she's pregnant again, but we're going to be with another family by then, so we're going to have to wait until we come back to the royal family, which will be more interesting. And if other families continue to have more children than the emperor and the empress is doing, it'll kind of make the empress and the emperor look a little bad. So we're going to go ahead and get our empress to take a pregnancy test. I love saying that empress and emperor. You know, it's different compared to my other save files. Um, but I am excited, guys. Are you guys excited? And tell me, guys, what other ways do you guys believe I should, like, I still am a little bit, she has a sentiment. She wants to embrace Emperor Abel. I wonder how Abel is feeling right now. He wants to meet someone new, cry it out. I'm going to reload this. He wants to hug someone. I can try to get him to do that. But I wonder how he's definitely feeling right now, guys, because he is in love with Saris and he's forced to kind of cater to Rohan. And I don't think that he does not like Rohan. I think he thinks she's a very beautiful woman. But I think that he's more so, his heart is with somebody else right now. And he's kind of forced to be in this marriage to produce heirs. And I wonder if he would eventually gain feelings for Rohan. I think that'll be interesting. But it's quite obvious that our Empress does have feelings for the Emperor. Now I'm sure Saris is probably a little bit worried that the Emperor might forget about him while he's here, but I don't think the Emperor will, at least not yet. It might happen, but it might not happen. And the Empress is pregnant, guys. Oh my god. So it looks like we will have to stay here um until the Empress does give birth. So I'm guessing she's gonna give birth on Saturday. Uh so we're gonna stay here until Saturday, and then after we basically hop from this family, we're gonna go over to the Lightwing family, which will be interesting. Now, will I have everything on camera essentially? I don't know if I will, because I don't want this season to drag out to like 100 seasons. I mean 100 episodes. So I might end up cutting a lot of things that isn't necessary basically. This episode is very necessary, of course, but now of course I'm going to get the most important things when it comes to recording, but I don't know if I'm going to get every single detail, which like I do in my Covenant Legacy challenge, and even then I kind of do a lot of time skips with that. But definitely with this challenge, there might be quite a few time skips if nothing's important going on, and I might jump in and continue the story basis from there. But I'm sure the Emperor is very excited. He's probably going to be praying to the Grim Reaper. I should say the Dark One is his true. They identify the Grim Reaper as the Dark One. That is their god. But he probably will be praying to the Dark One for a healthy born son. Rohan is utterly. I definitely feel like Rohan is enamored with the Emperor. Like this is kind of like her true. Oh, she wants to chat with Princess Lilith. Okay, that's cool. One of the princesses of the Federation. But she probably wants to get a group of women. I think that'd be kind of cool. Get her some ladies in waitings. Oh, I got so many ideas for this. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I do feel like she has affection for the Emperor a lot, and knowing that she's now pregnant over their honeymoon, I feel like this does add to the fact that she is very much so and beginning to get in love with him. She feels like this is a fairy tale for her, and I feel like very much Abel is kind of conflicted, because I do feel like he might like Rohan. I do feel like he does like her, but he has his heart, like I've said before, is with Saris. So this is going to be very interesting for him to juggle his wife and then now his lover. Um, and he's not going to make it known that he has like a lover. Like that's I feel like he would probably try to keep that apart from his wife, because in his eyes that would be very disrespectful towards her. He wants to try to respect her, even though having an affair is not the most respectful thing in the world. But in a way, he's going to try to respect her. At least I believe so far, because at that wedding he did not flirt with Saris at all in front of his wife. He very much kept it to himself. And him and Saris did talk, but I feel like that was just tension between the two of them, and they were kind of they knew what they had going on, but no one else did. And I feel like he didn't purposely flirt with him because he was trying to respect Rohan, and he sees that Rohan likes him a lot, and I don't think that he is hating that, but I do feel like he's very much conflicted. He feels guilty because he knows that his wife can't have him wholly, and that is the sad part about this whole marriage. But oh, it's just such a sad story, guys. It's such a sad story. Starting off, I really did not plan like this. This is crazy for me. Like it's so crazy to me how this happened. Like when I first started this playthrough, guys. I was setting up everything, and I had the ball for the lords and dukes and stuff. And I invited the other brothers to some of the dukes, because some of the dukes have brothers of their own as well, not just Duke Stefan. Um, but some of them also have brothers that I didn't invite to the wedding, because some of them have to take care of their castles. So I didn't want to move out their families completely. Um, and I just didn't expect for Saris to flirt with the Emperor, and then he ended up flirting. And then when Saris became an advisor, he just kept on flirting with Abel, and then they ended up having a romance bar. And now, then he wanted to make Saris his boyfriend at his own ball to pick his wife. And now him and Saris are in a committed relationship, which I do find interesting. Now he's sweethearts with both Rohan and Saris, so it's going to be interesting to see which one fully gets his heart first. But I do feel like Rohan, she's in like this she's in this aura and this life of feeling basically like she oh I have to take some of this stuff out of here. This is such a beautiful home too. Like it'll be a nice vacation home for the family. When Empress Rohan and maybe Emperor Ava want to come over here to the countryside with their kids. But like I was saying, I do feel like Empress Rohan here, she's very much taken with Abel. This is like a fairy tale romance for her. I don't think she would have ever expected herself to become an empress. Everybody was thinking that it would have been at least Victoria, the most powerful. She's the most richest lady in the queendom, the most richest princess within the queendom. The Federation, Jesus, the Federation guys. I'm so in love with my Covenant Legacy challenge that I do get them confused sometime with this, but she's the most richest princess within the Federation, and she has a lot of power. Her father is an advisor, and if not Victoria, it definitely would have been Anya or Katerina. And never in a million years um, I feel like out of all the noble families, the people that they would have expected to become empress would have been Serena Lightwing, considering that Duke Stefan is married to a princess, and then they're kind of a rich noble family. So if anything, they would have expected Serena Lightwing to become the empress, but never in a million years that I did Rohan believe that she would ever become empress. And she's in this fairy tale dream with this handsome emperor who's very respectable towards her, and now she is on her honeymoon and it's been perfect. She's gotten a gift, a horse for a gift, as a wedding gift for her, and then on top of it all, she is now pregnant, that she's quickly found out over her honeymoon. So there's so many things that is going on with the empress, and she is, I think, very much falling for the emperor. Now I do feel like Saris is a little worried that maybe Rohan might take the emperor away from him, but we will have to see how their little rendezvous will go. I think this is gonna be fun because it's kind of like a modern time. It's still kind of not. I'm gonna have to take out a lot of the electronics in this family home right here, but it's also still kind of a modern time. It's a Victorian era. It's not really Victorian, but I kind of imagine it to be a Victorian era. It's like a mixture of the Regency era, the Edwardian era, and the Victorian era. It's kind of a mixture of all three, but it's definitely a more modern time. Now, before I do go, guys, I'm gonna get the Empress to stop cross stitching because I can see she's really enjoying that. But let's get her out of here really quickly because I do want to go ahead and show you guys her outfits, because she is of course now the Empress, so she has a little bit of a wardrobe change. So starting off in her everyday and hot weather outfit, this is what the Empress wears. I think it is very fitting for her. But this is her outfits. Let me go ahead and reset her really quickly so that she can have a straight face. But this is how she looks in her everyday and hot weather outfit. Very much Empress like, and she even has like a bit of a big tiara here, signifying that she's an Empress. Then for her formal and party outfits, this is basically her outfits right here. So she has the Imperial crown of the Federation on her head, and of course she has this big beautiful dress here, signifying that she is the Empress. Um, and then on top of that, this is her swim and sleepwear, as you guys have seen already. And this right here, guys, is her winter wear. She has two winter wears. She has this one and this one. Um, she has one with her tiara on, and she has one with a hat on for the winter. Now I'm debating on if I should keep this hat or if I should switch it out for another one, but I did want there to become some type of winter hat on our ladies whenever it was a winter time. But this is what the Empress wears, and I still might change some of these things because I'm still trying to get the hang of how I want my Sims to dress in this world, at least in this first generation here. So I haven't had a set clothing item for our ladies and our princesses and our duchesses. I kind of want our princesses and duchesses to all dress similar. And then I want our ladies to dress different, and I want our empress to dress different as well. But I don't know what I can do. I'm gonna have to look into more CC. I'm still kind of editing my Sims up, but we're gonna see how things go. The Empress can go ahead and finish her cross stitching because that is something that she definitely did enjoy. What is the Emperor doing? He can come down here and read the Vampire Tome with his wife, I guess. He was up here playing with the what is that? The foosball table. My brain goes flat sometimes. But let's get him to come by his wife. There you go. This is a beautiful castle though. I kind of want to show you guys before we do a leave. So I never really looked at it myself for real, but I guess we can explore it together. This is going to be so fun in the future. I think this is going to be really cool for like when the emperor ends up maybe having a bigger family and stuff like that. Um, Also, guys, if you want to, you can also make vampires for me and post them on the gallery, male or female. Because there's a possibility that our empress may die in childbirth. So if anything does happen to her, I do want there to be kind of like a backup empress. Because most of our ladies that are now like that was at the ball for the emperor, they're gonna all get married off to lords and princes within the empire. So basically, essentially, they won't be available by the time if there's a possibility that our empress may pass away from childbirth. But this is our the home of course, one of the many homes of the emperor, I would say. And it's called the Vampire Mansion, I'm pretty sure. I can probably check on a gallery when I have the chance. But this is how it looks on the inside. I'm not gonna go through every room because I don't want to be here all day. But this is how it looks on the inside. Very, very nice. I still might edit it a lot because it still looks pretty modern. More modern than I would like. And this is, eventually when we have like, little dates, or not dates I would say, but like little getaways for the family, we might edit this home a little bit more. But this is how the castle looks, or the mansion looks, I should say. It's more of a mansion than a castle. They have this area right here, this little skinny bedroom that's just upstairs. They have this big bedroom, which is all the way at the top. I think this is considered one bedroom right here. So this might what actually be the Empress and the Emperor might sleep. And then there's like another room up here. My favorite part of this mansion is probably in the basement area because they have all of these things here. There's this area, this hallway, this bar area, like a little dating area, a bedroom for maybe some type of kid. This area looks like a library, a bathroom, a gaming room, um, and whatever this was, I don't know. I think it was supposed to be something, but I didn't have the correct packs for it, so I just kind of replaced it. And then there is this area, of course, where the emperor and his empress are at currently. Um, so there's this playroom for children. Oh, it's an actual bedroom for kids, a bathroom, this living room area, another a bassinet, an infant area actually, um, and this area, a coffin area, an infant room, a bathroom, and a bedroom, and another living room area. So that is essentially all of the things that's going on within this home as the emperor and his empress are on their vacation here, their honeymoon. Look at them just walking together. But anyway, guys, I do feel like this episode has gone on way too long. I don't know how long it is, but I'm pretty sure it's a little lengthy. But my name is Ronald the Simmer, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.